Hello, everybody.
Hey, hello, everyone.
Hello and welcome. First things first, I must apologise for wearing glasses today, so you're going to see the ring light. I haven't got lit up.
You're nice and sparkly, though.
I'm sparkling. Special night. It's live night.
I am freezing.
It's always cold.
My hands are so cold. So we've got hot chocolates tonight, so I can warm my hands up.
Oh, my volume came on.
So, first of all, if anybody can just write something in the comments, just so that we know that we are transmitting, and that always reassures us that people can hear us.
You know, I could just do that because I've got it open here.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, it's Diane.
Oh,
Hello,
Diane. Hey, hi, Diane. Good to see you here.
Yes.
Oh, Mazza. Hey. Oh, they can hear. Good.
Good stuff.
Good.
I reckon you could hear Mike with that microphone wherever you live in, so I won't worry about it.
What are you trying to say?
Michelle, how are you?
Hello, Michelle.
Michelle Howland.
Hello, David Venus.
Hello, me. Okay, right. First things first, we must apologise. If you hear any growling, snarling, or weird noises,
Fireworks.
The girl's right next to us. The fireworks are kicking off, so I think she's kicking off.
She might put an appearance in a bit. She's in a basket just down here, so she's nice and quiet. But yeah, she doesn't like the fireworks, and they've started tonight, haven't they?
Yeah.
So first of all, let's just say we're happy tonight. Talk about Marella. Any questions you have on Marella, we'll try and answer. We've been on 3 Marella ships: Explorer, Voyager, and Discovery 2. We are big fans of Marella. We love sailing with Marella. So we're happy to talk about Marella and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it.
Can I just say, yes, we're happy with Marella, but times are changing. Because this live is hopefully we're going to get quite a few people on tonight that we can start discussing where we go next. Now, Mike and I, since the last live, have done a lot of research into what we're going to do next. And the problem is it's just as hard now. So I'll start off by telling you, we're all set, weren't we, on Virgin? And then we watched a couple of videos on YouTube about the Virgin Voyager, and I wasn't sold on it.
Have any of you been on Virgin?
Or any Virgin ship? They got 2, haven't they?
Oh, they've got more than that, I think, because they're quite new. I think it was only about 2019. And I think they've got 3, but I think there's a new one coming out next year called Brilliant Lady. So they're all ladies, aren't they? You got the Resilient Lady.
Resilient Lady. Is there a red lady? No, it's not red. That sounds a bit dirty, red lady. The red lady.
I don't know, but anyway, I know they've got a new one coming out next year, I think, called Brilliant Lady. And I think that will be their 4th. But I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, we were really, really keen, weren't we, on looking at Virgin?
We were, and unfortunately, a few things have swayed it, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But just quickly let you know, we feel like Virgin's sort of point that they're trying to make here is they want younger clientele. Everything on there seemed a little bit, I'm not going to say childish, but like I can't say fun because we all love to have fun. But do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like, it didn't seem like there was a posh maturity about it.
I think what they've said is that they've put lots of smaller venues all around the ship. And I have to say, one of the things I love when I'm cruising, and Marella do it so well, are the theatres. The theatre on all of the Marella ships we've been on they're fabulous, aren't they? Big. I mean, the Voyager has got a massive stage, but all the theatres have been brilliant. And I have to say, we've looked at some of the videos on YouTube on Virgin, and they haven't got a theatre as such.
Weird. It like moves and it's like an arena.
Some nights they have a performance without any chairs, and it's all you stand up, and it's all taking place around you on the stage. And I think you can join in. Hi, Kevin. Hi,
we're going to have to
Mandy.
There's a lot more. Well, let's start. Finish what you're saying and we'll say hello.
Yeah, I'm going ahead of myself. Hi, everyone. We'll catch up in a minute. And so we've seen it where one night they'll have no seats in, and then another night they set it up with sort of some seating, and it just totally put me off.
On I think Ben and David's video. Where the stage moved. So literally, the stage was moving the whole time, which I found really, really strange. But look, aside from Virgin, one of the things that someone suggested to us was Ambassador. So we did some research. We saw one of Johnny and Will's videos, and we were really disturbed by what Johnny and Will have found when it came to the seating.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, was it, in the theatre?
I have to say, I mean, we've talked about ambition for ambassador for a while, and you've never been very keen on the idea.
No.
I think isn't there an ambassador ambition ship?
I don't know.
I think there might be, but you've never been sort of very willing to talk about ambassador, have you?
I feel like ambassador in a couple of years' time are going to be great. I just feel like they're there. I hope I'm right by saying that they're quite a new company that are trying to start off buying older ships, just like Marella probably did. I don't know how it works, but they feel like they're just at the beginning of their phase, and I feel like they need a good few years to start building that up, getting better refurbs on there, and making it a bit more thing. Because don't get me wrong, they're all right ships, but like their pool deck, it just doesn't look good. I don't like fake grass that they're using as well. That. So it's a personal.
There doesn't look a great deal to do on them, does there? And I like the fact they're a smaller ship because we've sort of, I'm having nightmares about going with MSC or Royal Caribbean, and I'm not a fan of these 6,000.
He didn't like kids and water parks. That's what he didn't like.
Well,
I'm all for the go-karts on the NCL. I think it's NCL. I'm not sure. They got go-karts.
Yeah, NCL do.
I'm all for that, but not him.
But Ambassador, what's really put me off again, and it's down to the theatre. The theatre is too small, and the seating, they've put seats in front of the other seats, and if you're in a certain position, you can't see in front. But what really put me off is the fact that you can't take photos in the theatre. Now, we have never had a problem with Marella with taking photos in the theatre. And if people have been to our YouTube site, then you know I love posting shorts of the theatre show, some of the songs. And so that really, really put me off that they don't want you taking any photos in the theatre.
You'd have thought that the acts would want you to sort of promote. So I know Marella, they love it because it's almost like boosting them, so I'm not sure they'd use them for their own
because if you get the chance to go to and meet the show team cast, they have them usually once a week, then please go, because we went this time and I was able to ask them, do you mind people taking clips and posting them? And they actually love it. And somebody comes, we're on TikTok as well. And one of the show team that we met from Voyager comes to there regularly and sort of comes and views the footage that I keep putting on there of their shows. But anyway, we better catch up because
let's
I'm aware that we can come back to this in a minute.
Right, so we've done Michelle. Paul, hello, solo cruiser here.
Paul. Solo cruiser, very brave.
Paul, when you say solo cruiser, does that mean you've actually done a cruise yet, or you're looking to do a cruise yet as a solo? Let us know in the comments. Stuart.
And can I just say to Paul, are you aware of the site called Passion for Cruising? Because they concentrate solely on solo cruising. And somebody told us about that on
I want to say Mazza, but I'm not sure if it was. I don't know why I'm thinking Mazza. I know it was one of our regulars.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, somebody told us about it, and it's a really interesting site because they do concentrate just on solo cruises. And I'd also like to know, have you done a solo cruise with Marella? Because I know they do have a certain number of solo cabins. I've heard that they're very good with guest relations in bringing solo travelers together. So I think Marella are a really good choice. Just the fact that the cabins sell out quick. And so if you are a solo traveller and you see a good deal, then you need to book it because otherwise it will go quickly.
Sure. If Marella were ever working, watching our stuff, I'm sure they'd think we were getting commission. Anyway, quickly moving on. Stuart. Hello, guys. Hi, everyone from Stuart and Kerry in Swansea.
Oh, Stuart and Kerry.
Right,
they're back. Nice to see you again.
All right, Stuart. John McDonald, loud and clear. Well, we're always loud. I don't know about clear, but we're always loud. Mazza, done about 25 Marella cruises, but apart from that, we've done one CMV to the Norwegian Fjords. CMV. Trying to think what that is. CMV. Help me out, Mazza.
Yeah, CMV.
Or anyone help us out. Mick wants to do Norwegian Fjords next, and I think we're looking about April, May time.
He keeps putting it off because he don't like the cold.
I'm gonna have to get it done at some point. I'm a hot weather person. I don't like cold. I don't want to take a big jacket with me.
Well, I definitely want to do the fjords at some point because I'm sure it will be an experience, and I want to do it. So I'll go on my own.
No,
I'll go as a solo.
We'll do it because I know that Mark and Jack, who feature in our videos, Jack really wants to go there as well, so we'll do it. We will.
But I can't believe Mazza 25 Marella cruises. I think we'll probably end If we can't decide on trying another cruise line. See, the thing is that cruises can be quite a lot of money, and I don't want to spend a fortune if I don't feel the cruise line's right. And we know that Marella suits us. You know, we have so much fun on there. So we have talked, haven't we, about doing 3 or 4 day cruises with MSC, with P&O, and just to sample them for 3 or 4 days and see what we feel. Anyway,
right, moving on. So Kerry McCulloch has quite, I think, rightly said what I feel. Virgin doesn't appeal to us either. Just feels as if they're trying too hard to be different. Now, one of the reasons I get what you're saying is the classic design of a cruise ship is big sort of atriums and like quiet spaces, bars, that sort of stuff. They've got away from all that. They've just gone for small spaces everywhere so they can get more of them in. Now, I don't like that, because if you've got a ship full of, like, say, 2,000 people, that means everyone's going to be trying to get to places if they're really popular, and it's going to be crowded. So I think that's a wrong move. So, Kerry, I'm with you.
I think the only thing I do like that I've read with Virgin is that they do their drink prices are reasonable, and I don't think they're
not all inclusive though.
You can put money onto a tab pre-cruise.
They're
not all inclusive.
And I'm sure it said somewhere that they were all in.
Well, I haven't really. I mean, obviously, I will look, but I think we've discounted Virgin anyway. But the other thing I do like about Virgin is I think that all of their restaurants on the ship are accessible. There's no speciality paying extra.
And meant to be exceptional as well.
And the food, meant to be really I think one of the things I have read is Virgin is up there when it comes to the food.
So yes, and one more thing on the Virgin matter is I don't like the colour scheme. It really brings me down. It makes me feel a little bit claustrophobic and depressed, but hey, that's me. Okay, so Mandy Benton. Hello, Mandy. Nice to see you. Kevin Jackson, I think it is.
Hi. I think we've already said hi, but we'll say hi again.
Yeah. Paul Kearney, what do you think about Marella Cruises to the Canaries? Cancelled on that one, or doing the AG in April? We want to do the Canaries because we've never been.
Never been.
But I'd also want to do the AG in as well. So
the nearest we've been is Madeira, isn't it? And we absolutely loved Madeira.
But different. Madeira was green and arid. It had it all, the Madeira.
Absolutely stunning place, Madeira. Canaries, I don't know why we've never done it, because I could certainly do with some winter sunshine, and it's the nearest place we can go really to get some nice sunshine. I
think Mike thinks just Gran Canaria and that's it, like bars and that sort of stuff. But I think the Canaries has so much to offer. Like Madeira, it's got its green islands, it's volcanic and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of diversity, I think. And I think the Canaries would be exciting.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like the Greek islands. There's so much choice. So we've never really been to Greece, have we? Apart from
Corfu, when we went
Corfu and Rhodes. We went to Rhodes once from Turkey. I think, you know, which island you choose. And I think it's the same with the Canaries, really. I don't know, would we go to Gran Canaria, Lanzarote, Tenerife? And it's very hard. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that we've never been.
Yeah.
But I would imagine a cruise there would be ideal. Can we do a cruise to the Canaries?
Of course we can.
Only because I think that it would be a good way of sampling the different islands and then knowing which one you might want to visit. And that's the joy of cruising. The same with the Caribbean, isn't it? You visit lots of islands, and if you like one, then you know you'll earmark that to go back to and spend longer on.
I think that to quickly answer Paul's question, he says Canaries or Aegean in April. For me, I'd probably do Canaries. I don't know how the Aegean is going to be weather-wise in April, because I'm pretty sure it's slightly out of season. It's not going to be as hot as the Canaries. If you want sun, I think Canaries is your best bet. But Canaries can get quite windswept as well. That's the problem. Rough seas.
But I'd also say consider the Adriatic as well, because the Adriatic was beautiful, stunning, wasn't it?
And it's quite protected in that sort of like area as well.
And
so
the stops are amazing. I mean, we did Dubrovnik, Trieste, Zadar, Split, Kota, Dubrovnik, and Trieste were just amazing. But the whole cruise was really good. So definitely we could recommend the Adriatic cruise.
Right. Mazza, I am tempted by celebrity and ambassador for a future cruise. We've talked about ambassador. For us, I don't think it's going to be an option. Nothing bad against it at all.
Not at the moment anyway. And I think, like you said, few years' time, I think they're going to up
their game. It's just they're starting off, because they started off with UK cruises, didn't they?
And I just can't do with being told where I can film and not film. And I do respect. So I just would miss that element But I've seen the theatre on Ambassador, and it is horrendous.
Maz has also put their celebrity ambassador. Now, celebrity...
we've got celebrity.
I would really consider going back to celebrity, because we did do it as our first ever cruise, and I wasn't fussed. I was a lot younger then. I was probably about 23 back then when we did that cruise.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And I think I was a bit young for cruising then. I think now I'm a bit older. I think I'd appreciate it a bit more. Just that whole formal night, it's not for me. But I have heard on the grapevine that you don't have to participate in that.
No, I think a lot of the cruise ships, even Cunard, who were like always black tie and
I'd wear a suit, just not a tux.
I think they've all relaxed to a certain degree. And I think when we went on Celebrity sort of in 2010, we took tuxedos, suits, and we did go the whole hog, didn't we? And I must admit, it's nice dressing up for dinner, but I don't know if I want that formal again.
I think if I wore a tuxedo often with like events and whatever, I wouldn't mind. But the fact that that sat in my wardrobe for, well, since I was 23 and I'm now 43, and it's never been worn ever again since.
Mine wouldn't fit me now.
Mine won't fit me. Yeah, I'm double the size.
I'm going in the right direction though. I will get in it one day again.
Right, so I need to go back up here because I've lost.
Where were we?
I got them here, right. So we've got, oh, here we go. Right. Oh, we've gone quite far down here.
Oh,
wow.
God.
Right, so Mandy Benton has put a question.
Here,
what do you think about Discovery becoming adults only? We have now booked Discovery to complete the fleet, but it's before the change, unfortunately. Well, for us, because we don't have children and nothing against them, I have nephews and godchildren and that sort of stuff. So I've got nothing against children at all. It's just on a cruise ship, I like to proper relax, and I can't do that when I've got kids screaming, running around and things, because it all depends on what activity they put in place. Now, I know Marella has the M Club, but I felt so sorry for this one lad the one time. He must have been about 13 years old. We
saw him in the lift. He came in the lift, didn't he?
He was a bit too old for the M Club. And he was sort of like, there was no one else his own age. And he was just so bored and he looked so sad. And I think Mike started talking to him and he said, oh, it's my birthday today. And I just wanted to say to him, do you know what, mate? Here's $1,000. Go and spend it in the casino. Because he was so bored, you know. And I'm not sure whether Marella is the right
He even
ship.
said, oh, I'm fed up. I said, oh, what are you doing? He said, oh, nothing to do. I'm fed up. But it was a Christmas cruise and there wasn't many kids on.
Yeah.
Definitely, I wasn't aware that Discovery were moving to adults only.
Wasn't. That's news to me.
I mean, we know Explorer 2 is adults only, and we haven't been on that one yet because the itineraries we wanted to do have been on the other ships. But I certainly wouldn't rule out going on Explorer 2 because of it being adult only. I think the problem we have is not with kids, it's with kids that aren't controlled by the parents. And Discovery 2, we saw some bad behaviour. Kids just
booting balls, and
you know, ladies were swimming up and down, and kids just jump in. And then we also remember that night we were in the Squid and Anchor, and there were 3 boys about 13, 14 years old playing football in the Squid and Anchor while a band was playing, and the ball was going across the dance floor. And I just think that it's a shame that parents, you know,
for me, Mick, it's more the fact that there's certain cruise lines out there that are geared towards families, the NCLs, the MSCs, the ones with loads of things going on, like a Disney, that sort of stuff. All I'm trying to say on the matter is I'm not sure Marella is that cruise line. I know it's family oriented where it offers certain deals for kids, but what I'm saying to you, because it's an all-inclusive, to me, that spells out adults. It just does, because we like to have a drink and a laugh with the bands, and the kids have to go to bed by a certain time because they're not having the clubs.
Well, if you think what surprised us though, remember on Explorer, we love the silent disco on Voyager, and we thought we're going to try it again on Explorer, and we went, and they allowed kids in this silent disco till 12 o'clock. And that just seemed to me that not right, that it's, you know, the nightclub should be an adult only venue, and yet kids were allowed in there 12. And I get it's probably great that kids could experience the silent disco because it is great fun. But why not put a kids disco on for them a little bit earlier?
Exactly.
Right, we better catch up.
Sorry, yeah, I do apologise. Right, so Kevin has actually answered and he said, we are going on Explorer 2 in February 25th, first time cruises. So Explorer 2. Now, Explorer 2 is the one that...
It's adults only.
Yes, we were just been talking about adults only. I think that's a good starting point, if I'm honest, because it means that you can really let your hair down without any worries of the things we've just mentioned. Have a drink. Remember, it's all inclusive, so that includes your drinks as well. On the standard, you don't have to go premium. You can buy it on board the week after if you fancy trying the premium for a week. Stick with the all-in. Look at the premium after that. But we
did the premium, the first cruise we went on with Marella, and we thought, oh, great, we're going to try every cocktail on the menu. We're going to try every coffee. And in reality, we didn't. And we just found that everything on the all-inclusive menu covered what we would drink, and that we really didn't need to pay the extra £80 pre-cruise or £90 cruise to get the premium package. And the subsequent cruises we've been on with Marella, we stayed all inclusive. And if we wanted the odd coffee, or we wanted, I love mudslides and they're premium, we've had them as extra. And I think last time our room bill for drinks was £33. And that's a lot cheaper than the £180 we'd have spent for a week.
Yeah.
So
it does make sense sometimes just buy as you go with the premium stuff.
Yeah.
But again, like I said to you, you're going to find on the stand there's so much option. You might think, I don't need to go premium.
We have got a video on the drinks package. We've got two. One was from 2022, but the latest one was done this year. And it lists... Through the booklet, it lists and shows you all the drinks that are on all included and premium. And I really think it's worth going through that video, through the pages, and working out whether it's worth you having. I mean, if you will only like a certain brand, then there's no doubt you get sort of better brands on the higher. But there are some cracking brands on the all-inclusive on the all-inclusive.
Quickly. Looking at Paul's question here, yes, he's used PFC. He finds Marella website is usually cheap to book direct, have done with 13. Marella, again, advice in the other lives and the videos, tips mixed them before, is get your price online, go to your local travel agent and barter, and they will come down.
The travel agent will beat the online price. If you go in and say, oh, I've seen this online at this price, what can you do? Can you do it better? And even if they can't take any more off the price, they might give you some other extras that, as a travel agent, they can pass on.
We know that they've got targets, they've got a hit, and they've got commissions as well. So we know that they will. If you really push it, they will. So do not be afraid to go in and say, "Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me?"
I had to work hard for the last bit with extra we got off, didn't we?
It was still a saving, no?
I walked away. We walked away and said, we'll think about it. And I thought as we were going out the door, they'd say, oh, but no, they didn't. But I worked hard and I got us another 20 quid off each. But we'd already had quite a bit off. So it's always worth trying to push that little bit more, because they have got more to play with there. But certainly, and even on, I mean, I'm a great fan of going on and looking at their last minute cruises, because you get some absolutely bargain deals. There is a repositioning cruise at the moment that's going from, I think, from the Med somewhere across to, I think it ends up in Barbados, and it's 11 nights, and that at the moment is on for, I think, just over £1,000. And that is, I mean, just an amazing price. But you won't have the sea days, will you? Because bearing in mind, you're going to have about 5 sea days.
Bored.
And it might be a bit rough, I suppose, going across the Atlantic.
I'm just looking at my computer, because I think Mazza has actually, you're not on there. I think Mazza has asked a question, or made a statement actually, and I was intrigued to have a little look. And she's mentioned a company called, I want to say it's Cruise and Maritime Voyages, but they're no longer in use.
No, that's who Thingabob had become.
Who? P&O?
No, who were we talking about a minute ago?
Oh, Ambassador?
No, we said CMV. We've never heard of them. And who are they now?
I don't know who they are now.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't think. I think Master said they're not going anymore.
No, but they've been taken over by another company, and that's who we were talking about.
It's a shame.
I think.
Right, Mandy's put, it was warm in the fjords in May on Iona. See, that's what we want. We want warmth, because we want the snow to be melting for the waterfalls to be plentiful.
Yeah, I've read that May is a great time to go to the fjords because the waterfalls are obviously getting more rain. That's starting to melt and come down. So I would like to go in May. I mean, whose videos have I just watched about on the fjords, and they went in July, beginning of July, and they had awful weather. And I would have said to you, well, let's go later in the summer then. But I think May is the time to probably think about the fjords.
Oh, we'll see. I'm sure we'll go there at some point. John McDonald, ambassador, took over the CMV ships.
Ambassador, that's it.
I said ambassador.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for that, John. Stephen Brown has put, even in all, only 30 days to our Caribbean cruise on Voyager. Really looking forward to it. I want to come with you.
So does that mean you're doing Paradise Islands and a taste of the tropics? Because that's the cruise that we did in the Caribbean.
Miss the Caribbean. We've done it to death, but I miss it.
I know, but why have Marella withdrawn the first Caribbean cruise we did, which took in Cuba, Jamaica, Mexico, Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica? And that was why we chose it, because I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica. But I can't see that in the brochure anymore, so I don't know why they've stopped doing that.
No, me. It's a shame, really. I don't want to get rid of it.
Caribbean, amazing. And over winter, get some of that winter sun, beautiful islands. It's just, we love the Caribbean, don't we?
We do. Diane has put first-time cruises in December. I'm assuming that's in the Caribbean, Diane. Hubby's a bit wary of so many people and noise, etc. Any tips to make the best trip for him? So hopefully he will enjoy it and want to go again. Right, first tip I'm going to say to you is get yourself off the ship in the days. Don't find a nice, recommend depending on where you're going. If you go in there, is the
rafting.
Oh, it's so enjoyable.
In Dominica.
Secondly, don't worry about quiet places. There's plenty of quiet on Marella ships. So during the day, Squid and Anchor is dead quiet. No one's in there. A lot of the bars don't actually open on there, but you can always escape. You've got upstairs where it depends what ship you're on, the nightclub is. There's usually quiet spaces there in the day as well. At night time, if it's too crowded, just go to your room. But like I said, there's always places you'll find. Tell him not to be wary at all. It's all good.
I've got the first time cruises. I've got part 2 coming out, and that is all on the ship. And I will make sure that I cover the quiet areas. Obviously, if you're looking for quiet areas, avoid the pool deck. The pool deck will be the busiest place on the ship, particularly on sea days. We don't like to be right on the pool deck, don't like the noise, don't like the amount of people. We tend to go further along the ship on usually deck 12. There are quiet areas along there and lots of sunbeds. You don't have to be with the crowds. Also, the buffet can get very busy, particularly at peak times for breakfast and lunch. We always go and have the sit-down meal, and we can definitely say that the sit-down meal in Latitude for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is superb. Vista is one of our favourite restaurants on all of the ships we've been on. So Latitude and Vista will be quieter. We eat early, and we've never been when it's busy or had problems getting a table. Obviously, all of these places will be busy at peak times. As Dave said, there are quiet areas around the ship during the day to be found because everybody's up on the pool deck. So Squid and Anchor is a nice place to go. Coffee Port doesn't get too bad, and you can read there or play games. There's games there, jigsaws. There are quiet areas around the ship. So if it's too much, just go and find a quiet area. There's lots of them.
Guys, just a quick one. If we've got problems with our signal, because my feed coming on my computer is really bad. If there's problems with our signal, just pop it in the comments below so I know it's not just my computer.
We're having a lot of problems with the internet here at the moment, aren't we?
The weather's been really bad, and for some reason that's affected it. But anyway, moving on to our questions. Where are we? I've lost you now. It was Mandy. No, it was Mandy. We did Canaries last December with Marella. It was fabulous.
Right.
It's on our list to do. Can't wait to do it. Moving on to Stuart McCulloch, we're off to Discovery 2 on 10th December, our first Marella cruise.
That was our first Marella.
And we loved it. So hopefully you will as well. Remember to come and view one of our lives after you've booked on it and give us an update.
Yeah, we'd love to know how you found it. We love Discovery 2. It was like you, it was our first cruise with Marella. We were very apprehensive about sailing with Marella, but I thought Discovery 2 was an absolutely lovely ship, about 2,000 passengers, so it's not too big. And there was, like we've already said, plenty of quiet places around, things to do. And I just love some of the areas, the atrium, the dining room, afternoon tea was great. So, yeah, we loved Discovery 2.
Yes. Okay, so quickly moving on. Where are we? Diane Falstead. Ours is the 12th on Voyager to the Caribbean.
12th of when?
I've got a feeling it's going to be December.
Oh, it'd be nice if you're there. I love sailing over Christmas.
Stuart's put it to Canary's cruise. Stuart, I think that's going to be great. We've frozen on ours again. Caribbean. I got you, Dan. I knew. I was with you. I got what you meant. Steve Marley, what's your favourite Caribbean island? Well, we've done them all. So I'm going to go right out of the box here and say to you, because you're not going to believe this one, and it's Costa Rica.
Yeah, but they don't do that anymore.
Because you were thinking of another one, weren't you then?
Well,
like St. Lucie or something.
With having said that they don't do that cruise anymore, then I hadn't got that in mind. I mean, Costa Rica was so special. We were there on Christmas Day, 2022, and we had Christmas Day. We went to a beach that ran alongside a rainforest. And so we were stepping between the two, and we were seeing sloths and all sorts of monkeys in the rainforest, and then stepping onto the beach. And we did Christmas messages home from the beach, and it was absolutely. I love being away at Christmas. It was no stress. Amazing. It was amazing.
Talking of Christmas,
but you should name one that they do now. So name one from Paradise Islands and A Taste of the Tropics.
Okay, well, I'm going to go for, and this is a really, really random one, so please forgive me because we've slated this island. I know. And it's the British Virgin Islands. And the reason why that is not for the island itself, because of the beach. There were three beaches on that holiday that I loved the most. That was one of them. And I'm only saying that one because the other two are pretty much standard. Barbados was one of them.
And Grenada.
And Grenada.
And the Grenada was the water taxi.
But British Virgin Islands, I wasn't expecting in that trip for such a beautiful, quiet beach with the most stunning clear water. It was gorgeous, wasn't it?
I mean, I would say I thought St. Kitts was beautiful. But in reality, I think there's beautiful parts on all of the islands that you go to. St. Lucia, the pitons just absolutely fascinate me. And we went to Pigeon Island this time, which was nice. But St. Kitts was lovely. I mean, there's just so much beauty, isn't there? Grenada, the beach.
They're all so different, aren't they, though?
If you're going to Grenada, right next to the ship where you dock, there should be a water taxi, 10 minutes. I think it was €10, $10 each. And that's for there and back. And they take you to a beautiful beach. So that was a nice, simple day, which sometimes you need, you can burn yourself out in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Particularly when you're doing like 12 islands in 14 days. And I think sometimes you just need to think, oh, maybe there we'll just do the bit. So Martin's
you need
another
to get
good
the beers
beach.
in. You need to get the beers in. Get yourself a nice sun lounger, buy the thing, and just chill out.
And get some rest.
Just chill out all day. Beers, watching people, dipping in the sea. Gorgeous. Right, moving on, Mick.
Yeah, moving on.
You're gabbing.
Oh,
this is what he does. Gabs.
I know, but I love to gab. We got half hour yet.
So I know we're still got a lot of comments. Mazza has actually just put on there as well. We're going off to Canaries this Christmas for New Year. We did it last year, and the weather was fabulous. Mazza, I want your life.
25 cruises.
This is bang out of order.
More to come.
I'm still working, and you're cruising all the time.
So Mazza, having done 25 Marella cruises, I just want you to put in the comments the one thing that keeps you going back to Marella. What is it that makes you keep going back to Marella?
Yeah, all eyes on Mazza.
We've done 3, but we're a little bit behind you yet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right, can I just say, if anybody hasn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. It really helps us out. That's if you're enjoying it anyway.
And if you're not enjoying it, don't tell us.
And if you have got a question, if you write question before you put the question, then that helps us pick it out.
Right, Phil Prov. My wife and I are going on our first ever cruise in December to the Caribbean on Voyager. We have found your video so helpful, so thank you for. Oh, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
Do you know what? It's my pleasure, not his, just mine. We love making them. We don't do, honest to God, and this is no word of a lie. We don't do this for money. We both, well, I work now because someone retires early, but we do this purely based on the fact that we wanted to share with people the joy that we found with Marella and how much we loved it. Because I remember when we first started cruising, we didn't have a clue what we were doing, so we were like, let's do something to make things easier for people, and that's where it went. So thank you for your lovely comments.
Well, we just love talking about it. Travel is our thing. Yeah. We just love traveling. And so the fact that we can share our information, what we've learned, hopefully we'll keep improving with the standard of video. I've got some new equipment for our next breakaway, so I'm looking forward to trying that.
Can I quickly say, it's quite nice as well, because when you watch cruise videos, usually couples, they're usually the same age. The good thing with Mike and I is there's a bit of an age difference in case you can't see. So you've got two perspectives from it. You've got the 60 plus side, the 40 plus side, because I'm obviously still really, really, really young.
And I'm young at heart. I still like to party.
But it's good though, because we don't always agree on everything. Like I love the kitchens, he doesn't. So it's nice that we've got that conflicting sort of opinion there. Yeah.
Right, next.
Right, okay. Kevin Jackson's put here, Phil. Thanks, Kev. Paul Kearney has put, I tried P&O, good, but a bit formal, and MSC, very busy.
Well, can I just say, first of all, P&O, I have read recently how bad the service is, that they seem to have either cut back on staff, but I'm really, really concerned about the reviews I've seen, the staff shortages. So how did you find the service on there?
Also, didn't we read something the other day
MSC?
about drinks, about the fact that you can no longer take drinks on board? Is that right? You have to buy them on board?
No, I think you can take them if you purchase them in duty. Oh, you couldn't from...
That's what I'm saying. Remember the old days? It was P&O. And the old days, you're right.
Yeah.
I thought he was having a turn then.
No.
In the old days, I remember my mum telling me she would take a litre each on board, because you can buy the soft drinks package and like go to your room or whatever. But now I think we read the other day that you can't do that anymore.
I think with Marella you can buy, as long as you bought it from duty free from the airport on the way over, and you keep the receipt. Then I think you can take a litre on. But then, or was it them that we read?
It was something to do with champagne and whatever. I can't remember. It was weird.
So anyway, if you are thinking about taking drink on, make sure you look at the policy, because there is a policy with some that you can buy it on board, but you can't take it on, and they will take it off you until the end of the cruise.
And going back to MSC, we were watching a video the other day. One of the well-known vloggers was saying that basically MSC has just turned into a sales pitch. They are constantly bombarding you, trying to upsell, and it destroys the cruise. You can't relax. You're getting adverts on the telly, things under your door, people constantly at you. That does not seem like fun to me. But I've heard MSC before have been quite like cutting back on their things to make money.
Well, yeah, because they are quite reasonable. I mean, their prices are quite reasonable. What puts me off MSC is that I've seen the pictures with that long open bit down the middle of the ship, and that gets absolutely packed, and I just can't picture myself on a ship with 6,000 people. And I know it's a massive ship, and in perspective, would you find the quiet parts on there? But it just, I don't know. I'm just finding it hard to see myself on a ship, on a mega ship, one of the mega ships.
It is going to be a hard choice, but we're going to have to quickly move on, guys, because
sorry.
John McDonald has said going in 72 days on the Marella Voyager to the Caribbean. Been there previously with Ocean Village, Royal Caribbean, and Princess. The first port of call is Guadeloupe. Do they prefer euro more than US dollars? Now, it was euro that we used, and we were absolutely fine.
Yeah,
absolutely fine with it.
I think, really, to be sure, we took a mixture. We knew that we probably would need euros there, so we only took about $200 for the whole cruise, and we took 60 euros, and that was because we've got a card that allows us to withdraw with no fee. So we thought if we do run out, but we found that pretty much everywhere we just use the card. It's a Starling card we use, and there's no fee for using it or for withdrawing from Speed Bank. So we found that really helpful. But yeah, if I were you, we felt with the Euros, if we didn't use them, we would go to Europe and spend them next time. But we just didn't go too mad.
No.
I tried to work out roughly what we might spend at each of the islands, and it was mainly things like water taxi, the sunbeds, parasols when you go to a beach. We did that in St. Martin, and they charge about $25 for 2 sunbeds, parasols, and etc.
Yes. Sorry, Mick, we're gonna have to move on again because we've only got 20 minutes left.
If we're here an extra 20 minutes,
I've got to study. Thank you very much.
Yes, you have.
Okay, Patricia has put, hello guys, just a minute joined you. Hello, Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
Michelle Howland has put, I went on Discovery in the summer holidays. Really sad that it's becoming adults only in the summer holidays. It definitely is, really, because I think they're going to miss out there on a lot of people, because I think summer holidays, they should be open. If they're adults only, they should even be open to kids. Well, apart from, having Explorer too, to be fair, is quite good having just the one, because it gives people the option, if they don't want kids, to do on that. But I'm surprised they're doing that, if I'm honest.
I'm surprised because they've got 5 ships, and I would have thought that the next one, make that one adults only, not change the current setup.
Yeah, that's mad.
I mean, that's the other thing we didn't mention with Virgin. Virgin is all adults only, isn't it?
It is, but quickly going back to this, they're really missing the trick here, because if they keep doing this with their ships, Marella is known as a family, even though, I'm not a fan of kids on cruise ships, but Marella is known as a family. It's chewy, basically. And I think they're going to really start rubbing people up the wrong way if they do that, because those sorts of ships are designed for families, and it's a bad move. My opinion, it's a bad move.
I think having one in the fleet's fine, and if they add to the fleet, then I don't think it would have harmed if the next one coming in had been adults only. But I think they've got to be careful not to go too far and alienate families and other people.
It'll destroy them. Right. So moving on, we have Mazza's put John. Yes, the Euros preferred. Mazza agrees. In Guadeloupe. Stuart has then put, we have been on quite a few cruises, including some short ones on both P&O and MSC. They don't really give you the true picture, as they tend to be party cruises, hen stags. We've seen that.
See, I said to you tonight, didn't I? Maybe we just need to do these 3 or 4 day with P&O, MSC, so that we can sample them. But do you know, I've heard that before, that it can give you a bad experience because of the hens and stags and quick people having a party.
Yeah, which is sad. But Marella do it as well. Marella do the specific sunset cruise one, which I really want to go on, but it's so expensive. Okay, so where are we? Right, John McDonald, thanks, Mazza. Stuart McCulloch, have you considered Princess, guys? Well, we've seen it coming on Princess. It doesn't look too bad. I think that Princess, though, aren't they on the level of Ambassador?
I looked. No, they're much.
Are they higher?
Yeah,
I thought they would look quite nice.
I looked the other day at Which, and Which had got a list of passenger rated cruise lines, and I was absolutely staggered that Marella were almost near the top with 81%. It was a company I've never heard of that was at the top. But Marella was really highly rated. But surprisingly, bottom of that list, which I've saved somewhere, I should have printed it off so I got it with me, Princess were really poorly rated. And I will try and find out for next time why they were poorly rated. But I have to say their ships look lovely. I've always thought the Princess had a good reputation. So I'm a little bit surprised.
I'm just having a quick look at the prices on here because...
but I should say that was on passenger rated, and it was quite surprising who was on the list and who wasn't. I will do it next time. I will make sure I've got the list so that I can go through it, because I was absolutely shocked with where Marella were positioned. Marella.
Right, moving on quickly to Patricia. Patricia has put on there about she's just gonna stick to buying coffees when she's on there. Best thing to do, Patricia, because like I said to you, the all-inclusive package offers so much, cocktails galore, right? There's loads on there. And believe it or not, the coffee in the coffee pot is like better than Costa and Starbucks easily.
I love Lavazza coffee.
You're looking at about £1.50 to £1.75. Now, bearing in mind, if I bought a latte from Costa, I'm spending almost £5, a lot cheaper. I mean, you can get by on 2 weeks for £30 easy. So keep that in mind. Well,
I love excellent coffee on Marella ships. Lavazza coffee they use, I love that coffee.
Kerry, you're an angel. Asking for thumbs up. Thank you so much. John McDonald has put Ambassador. I'm hearing a lot of good news about Ambassador. Like I said, we've looked at it, not for me, but you need to try it out, guys, because we're only going to try it if you guys tell us it's good.
I think the thing I've noticed with Ambassador is, one, it's really useful that they sail out of Liverpool. Liverpool isn't too hard for us to get to, very convenient. And I think they do Tilbury. I'm not sure whether they do Newcastle. But the other thing I've noticed with them is they're starting to add longer itineraries. At once, when I first became aware of them, they were only doing mainly around the UK. And I've noticed recently that they're branching out and going further afield. So I don't think we would rule. I think we would rule them out at the moment, the way things stand. But I certainly think at some time in the future, it is a company that we would try at least.
Oh, definitely. Sorry, I've lost my place. So there we go. Right.
I've never even found my place.
There's a lot. We're going on our first cruise. Oh, sorry. Hi, Harold.
Hi, Harold.
And Steve has put, we're going on our first cruise in April on Voyager. We booked a balcony and premium, all booked at our local Chewy shop. So looking forward to
Hope you got a good deal.
videos. Hopefully our videos can help you out. Obviously, things have changed a little bit. Like our first one was about 2 or 3 years ago. So the prices might have fluctuated slightly, but not that much. So you've got nothing to worry about there.
I think we were on the Voyager in November, December 23. And I think you can probably put about 10% on, and that should cover roughly what it is.
Harold has put, how's it going on the trains? Still in classroom, but yeah, it's going good. Thank you, Harold. You're a star. Patricia has put the Norwegian Fjords end of June, beginning of July. Weather is a hit or miss. Fred Olsen on the Balmoral left for Rosyth in Scotland. Wonderful experience for the first time solo traveller. Patricia, you do a lot of solos, and I tell you what, there's a need out there for videos on solo traveling.
Yeah. I take my hat off to people that do solo traveling. I'd love to do it.
I'm trying to get my mum to do it.
You did get that?
No, I did get it, and I told him several times he can do it. He just won't do it.
But I have to say, Fred Olsen is somebody we need to look at. I haven't done any research into Fred Olsen. And also, I tell you who else was really highly rated on that witch list was Saga.
Yeah, but they're dead expensive.
Are they?
They're so expensive, Saga.
Probably be too old a crowd for you as well.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, but I'm not.
No, it's a good point. Right, Steve Brown has put, it's exactly the same cruise as you did. I've been watching your vlogs with great interest. Yeah. Well, I'm glad, because I hope we've not spoiled anything for you, but now you can see all the beautiful places we went, and hopefully you'll do different ones and feedback.
I think the thing is, if you see a trip there that you like, I mean, they might have changed because obviously they're very much led by passenger feedback, and some of the trips we did might not be available anymore if they had negative feedback or they've not been able to renegotiate them. But it gives you, I think, a flavour of what will be available and just what we got up to on some of the islands. I mean, it's an amazing cruise. The islands are absolutely beautiful. The trouble is I've found with the Caribbean is that sometimes, I mean, the first time we went, we were panicked about missing the boat. And so we didn't go very far from the port. We've got a bit braver nowadays, and we do go further afield, just try and make sure that we're back at least 2 or 3 hours before, the last boarding is.
Yes. Philippe has put bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci.
Bonsoir. Okay. Patricia's put, guys, have I missed you talking about excursions on Marella Discovery 2 Spanish Flavor? We haven't done the Spanish Flavor cruise, so we can't recommend anything. If anyone has done in the comments, pop them in, and we can help Patricia out there. Mazza, the feed went a little bit freeze. Oh, thanks, Mazza, for the feedback, because I'm watching myself on my laptop so I can read the questions easier, and we keep freezing quite a lot. Right, where are we? Philip's put yes, not really good feed here. Sorry, guys, signal's poor, a lot better now.
I'll try and sort our internet out.
I'll let you know how my Marella trip on the Discovery 2 in November turns out. Yes, please do. Our first Marella cruise from Stephen. Our first Marella cruise was on Discovery 2 from Sharm el Sheikh to Sri Lanka.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. That was a fabulous trip. That's a different one.
Wow, I haven't seen that one.
Wow. When was that, Stephen?
See, I am absolutely gutted because, I mean, I have said to Dave, do we branch afield and try other, or do we just continue loving Marella, going on all the Marella, sort of the different ones? Why do we need to try other cruise companies when Marella suits us so well? So we're sitting with that one at the moment, but I am gutted because I have no doubt next year, if they'd still been doing it, we would have been doing the Asia cruise with Marella. But unfortunately, because of the problems in the Middle East, they've withdrawn the Asia cruises, and I think that's quite disappointing.
It is really, but hey ho, it is what it is. I'm sure they'll bring out some great new itinerary soon. Mandy has put, we're on Voyager 12th December to the Caribbean. Wow. So excited to be spending my birthday.
12th of December, how special is it doing it at Christmas? The decorations will be up. Everybody will be in a Christmas spirit. It's really nice spending Christmas on board.
Nigel Roberts has put, hi, I'm on Discovery 2 on the 7th of November. It's our third Marella cruise, and we have found the staff so friendly and passengers are friendly compared to other ships. Totally agree. We can't comment on other ships, but we love Marella. We love the staff. They're all fantastic. We have said one of the things we love about Marella is their ethos is about every passenger having as much fun as possible. And that's what they do. They make it so much fun. And we've also said that we just find other passengers. I mean, the staff are amazing, whatever. They're just brilliant, always a smile, always willing to help. But we have found other passengers on Marella ships so friendly and wanting to talk. And I think that's another thing that we absolutely love about Marella. So Patricia put, I can blether too. He's blethering now. That's all he does. Michelle. I'm on my own all day. This is my chance to talk. Michelle has put, I've been on 2 Royal Caribbean ships, Independence and Anthem of the Seas, and they had ice skating shows and theatre shows every night, also been on MC Virtual show. Do you have to? It just wasn't a good ship. Do you have to? I was saying, do you have to book? Because what I don't like about some of these ships, like MSC and the bigger ones, you have to book your dining, you have to book your theatre, you have to book what time you want to go to the shows. We like freedom, don't we? Yeah, I like the freedom. I mean, we like eating early. We just turn up at the restaurant, don't have to book. We've always had a table. You know, we are early eaters, and we find the restaurants so much better if you go early. I do. And you can get the pickier table then, can't you? Yeah. Okay, so Michelle has put, I've been on 2. No, we've just done that, haven't we? Yeah. Stephen Brown, Mandy Benton will be celebrating my birthday in St. Kitts on the 16th of December. Wow, nice place to be celebrating your birthday. So I take it then, you guys might be on the same cruise. I'm not sure, because if you're going on the 12th and you're going on the 16th, no, it won't work that way. That won't work that way. Because they don't go for 4 days today, so no, they won't be on the same ship. Okay, Mazza, the one thing about Marella is that there is no hidden extras, yes, and the crew are just fantastic. It's like going home, you get to know. So right, Mazza, that's what I love. No hidden costs, unless you're us, because sometimes we get little things on ours that we're like, we didn't buy that. They've been really good to refund us sometimes, because like that one with the last one. Yeah, the last cruise we were on, always check your room account at least a day before. I mean, it's good to check it daily, but at least check it so you've got time to go to reception and complain. Because what happened with us is you're not supposed to be able to book the dining club pre-cruise. But for some reason, it became available on our cruise planner a week before we left. And so we booked it, 4 of us, because we were sailing with our friends. And when we went, dining club, if you're going on Explorer, absolutely amazing. Recommend it. But when we came to check our room, our account, we found that they'd charged us a second time for the dining club. And we had to have a meeting with the catering. Was it the catering or the restaurants? And it was quite a struggle to get them to take off and appreciate, because we shouldn't have been able to book. We were just the dining club. We had proof that we'd paid for it on an actual pre-existing. And I had it on an email, which we were lucky. We got it refunded. But yes, be careful, because you could have hidden extras on there. And for the dining club, we were looking at well over £100 for 4 of us. So it was quite a lot of money. Yes. Sorry, I don't mean to rush off, but we are stuck for time.
Yeah.
So, Kerry, you put we had water taxi to Grandance Beach. We did the same.
We did.
Absolutely love that
Loved
beach.
it.
It's stunning. There's a video. One of our diary videos is on that. Watch it. It's a great video.
It was so simple to get there because it was literally a 4-minute walk off the boat, and you were on the water taxi, and you could go for as long as you like, and the water taxi was there regular to come back. Yeah, really good. We thought that was a really good place to not have to do a trip and to go and enjoy a really nice beach.
Katrina is going on the same cruise as Stuart. So, guys, have a drink. Make sure you talk about Minor Travel that we hooked you up, on our channel.
Yeah.
Patricia, I'm traveling with Marella in November because you lovely guys helped me decide. Oh, Patricia, you're so sweet. I love you. Adam F. only just joined. Watch the first bit where you talk about Virgin Cruises. I'm really tempted to try them. The Happy Healthy Homo YouTube channel raved about them. We'll see. Yeah, I'm still at this. I'm not going to say no, but after watching some videos, like I said before, the color scheme just makes me feel depressed. I don't know why. It just feels really enclosed, and it just seems small everywhere.
I'm going to give a shout out to another channel because they absolutely love Virgin Voyagers and have got some really good stuff on their channel. So if you are interested in Virgin, then go and have a look at the Doddolds. I think it's Doddolds.
Not Donald's.
The Doddolds. They absolutely love, two nice guys, and they absolutely love Virgin Cruises, and it will give you a good taste of whether you would likely enjoy it.
Yep. Okay, so Harold Betson, I do not believe you are over 60. No way. Question, what's your secret? Me is a secret. Feeding him, making him exercise, walking him really fast. Me.
I'm always 10 meters behind him, so all I ever see of Dave when we're out is his back.
I'm like, come on.
It's getting harder and harder to keep up, but it keeps me going.
Keeps him healthy. Right, Mandy, you can only take a litre of wine or champagne on P&O now, no spirits. See what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous. So they've clued up to people who are buying just the soft drinks packages and using their own booze because they're so expensive on P&O. Gutted, but thanks, Mandy.
I just think it's really naughty of them.
Yeah, me too. Nigel has went on the P&O Iona in August. Crew were not friendly and nobody spoke. It was like we were a different nationality. I've heard this before, Nigel. I have heard this before. People that have been on there, some people say they loved it. Some people say they hated it.
That could go back to the fact that there just isn't enough staff on there because they say that's what I'm getting is that P&O have got staff shortages that are causing problems for passengers.
Yeah, it's not good. But Adam has actually responded and said that's horrible, and that is horrible if you felt you were treated that way. So sorry about that, mate. Kerry has put, you can take a bottle of wine on P&O. You can buy a bottle of spirits from room service for cabin use. Price the same as supermarket. Well, that's not so bad.
Oh, that's fair enough.
That's not so bad.
That's fair enough.
Because if I did go on there, I'd probably just get the soft drinks package and do that.
Because I think you can go and buy it from the shops on there.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any limit to that. I think it's just the fact that they want you to buy it from them. And maybe that's why you can do it with Marella, because obviously you're flying on a 2-week flight. So if you're getting it from there, duty free.
David, the Anglesey Cruiser, Thomas. We did the 2-week Caribbean cruise on Voyager over Easter. Thoroughly enjoyed it. We have cruised 4 times with P&O previously. Booked the Adriatic on Explorer 2 in July after seeing your videos. Wow, you're not going to be disappointed. It's beautiful. I just hope that they go to Qatar because I've heard that they might be taken out of their itinerary because it's becoming too overcrowded.
Yeah,
they have a secondary. Yeah. They do have a secondary, don't they? But we
can never think of the name of it, can we? It's in Montenegro, and I can never think of the name of it. It's only a short name, I think. But Kota was just it's just a beautiful experience. The whole sailing, the nicest sailing I've ever been on. The sailing was beautiful, and Kota, the old town, just so special. But go to the cable car. And when you get up the cable car, the views are stunning. But not only that, there's the Alpine roller coaster, and it's great fun.
It's fun. Roderick has put, wife and I are thinking of cruising with Marella in 2026 to the Caribbean. Which one would you guys recommend? First time cruises, I would say Taste of the Tropics.
Yeah, I mean, it depends whether if you're just looking for a week, I mean, the great thing with Marella, with them being attached to 2 years, it's so easy to get a week on a cruise and a week on land in Barbados. Definitely, we would recommend the Voyager, Taste of the Tropics, or Paradise Islands, both brilliant. We did the 2 together, and some people go the option of doing one and having a land base for a week. But yeah, Marella, definitely, we can't speak highly enough of them.
We love them.
You will always find faults with them. I wouldn't say they're perfect, but they're so little that you just think, oh, we've enjoyed it. What's it matter if this wasn't right or that wasn't right? It's never been enough for us to spoil our enjoyment. Just little niggles that, if they just did that right, it would, but yeah, we can't speak highly enough of Marella. We love Marella.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just looking now. The itineraries, they've definitely taken the one with Costa Rica out, which is such a shame.
Oh, it was amazing. We did places I'd never thought I'd ever go, like Colombia. Cartagena was beautiful. Costa Rica, we did. What else did we do? Cuba. I mean, we did an overnight in Cuba, which was really special. Although, again, we were different. I absolutely loved it. You didn't?
That's a different one we haven't done before. Tropical Shores, which is Bridgetown, San Juan, Charlotte, Amelie, US Virgin Islands, US Virgin Islands again, Frederiksted, Rossau, Bakia, what it's called, Bridgetown.
Oh, Bakia is the one I want to go to.
So that sounds quite good. Tropical Shores. Maybe you could try that.
The only thing I would say that is, I think if you're going to a US island, you have to get the Ester, which is going to cost you because you have to pay for the Ester. So that would be my only thing with that. I don't think they're expensive, but not brilliant. Anyway, how are we doing? Because
we're late. Because that's
I don't mind
8 o'clock.
A little bit more, but you've got to get back to your studying.
Mandy, P&O Aurora is a beautiful ship. If you're wanting to try them, we've been on it twice now and prefer her to own her. She's a small ship like Morella's.
We prefer
that. We prefer that.
I'll have a look. The Aurora.
Yeah,
I will have a look. I haven't got a P&O book, so I will definitely try and get a P&O book so I can browse what they do.
So Adam has put, I really didn't Arte Princess. The ship was older though. It felt very old-fashioned.
I want to
say on Princess because I don't know anything about them.
Well, I know they're on that list, and I always worry about doing anything while I'm on this because I'll close the whole thing down. But I will next time try and get that list of which rated cruises from a passenger's perspective, and I think they also list what the problems are that are listed with each one. So we'll have a little look at that on a future one.
Mazza has actually put that there's a new ship coming in 2026. Why Discovery has changed to adults only. We're hopefully going to be on that maiden voyage in 2026. So if you're on it,
that would explain it then, really.
Yeah, it would. And we're going to be on that. We just missed out on Voyager by a couple of months. We've got it. Stephen Brown, the Sri Lanka was in November 23. It went from there to Singapore to do the season out there.
So it was like a repositioning.
Yeah, it's a shame though because we want to do
repositioning. You can get some real good bargains on the repositioning. I think there's another one on there at the moment, and I can't remember. I think it's 18 nights, but it was 3,000 and something, and you can get that 18-night repositioning for about 1,800 at the moment. Amazing price. Just if anybody wants to keep an eye on there, because I'm looking there all the time, is look at, just enter in the search engine Marella last minute cruises, and you'll find the page, and there's some amazing savings on there, particularly if you can sail within the next 2 months.
Michelle has put, you only had to book for the ice skating. I think this is on MSC. Oh, right. Was it NCL? Skating show, but not for the theatre and dining. Well, that's pretty good. We like the free.
That's not so bad then, because I thought you'd have to book for everything. So
Mandy is talking to Stephen here, Brown, because I think she's on the same cruise as him on the 15th. So soon we're on the same cruise. Happy birthday in advance. Oh, that's sweet. Mazza, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Cheers, Mazza.
Oh, yeah, thank you. We're up a little bit, but if you haven't hit the like button, it helps us a great deal.
Adam F. Doddles, cheers. Bless you. Stephen Brown, Mandy Benton, happy birthday to you too. We're on the same cruise, but we join it on the 5th of December. I love the fact that they're all...
they're all cruising together.
They're all on it. We're not.
Yeah.
Happy about this. Mazza, Dave, you both make me laugh. Mazza, I love you, that's why. I like to make you laugh. Patricia has put, Nigel Roberts, I'm travelling at the same time on Discovery 2 on the 7th of November. You're all on the same cruise.
Shall we go?
Yeah,
yeah.
You can go.
You can't get any holiday. Yeah,
mates, it's fine.
Yeah, I could do it going. I got the dog.
Harold has put, still not booked my November, December cruise, still holding up for a 2-week Marella inside cabin 2 weeks. Do you know what? It is sometimes worth holding on because you never know the sort of deal you might get. Mixed on a late cruises video, so you can have a look at that as well. Mazza has put Bar Montenegro, nothing like Couture.
Bar, that's the one.
Yeah, it's not going to be as good as Couture, is it?
No.
Let's be fair. Kevin Jackson, when we go in February, we will be celebrating our 42nd wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
And my 66th birthday.
42. We've done 20.
As well as renewing our wedding vows. Bloody hell, mate.
That's going for very all special.
There. The hat trick.
Very special.
Congratulations on all 3 counts as
well. Maybe we should renew our vows. It has been 20 years. It'd be a good time to do it.
Rachel Chapp has put, question, hi guys, I have booked Discovery for my husband's 50th next year.
Wow,
do you know if I can order a cake or something special before we go? Yeah, you can. Speak to guest services. When you go in there, they're really good.
And the other things they will do is speak to your cabin attendants, take some decorations, and they will deck your cabin out for you. Also, was it on the Voyager where if you're in the restaurant and it's somebody's birthday, about 8 or 9 of the staff come round the table with things to bang, and they sing a brilliant happy birthday and stuff. It's brilliant. So, yes, tell everybody everywhere, staff-wise, that it's his birthday, and they will hopefully make a fuss.
Embarrass him. Right, Roderick, thanks, guys. Appreciate the advice. Oh, thank you, Roderick.
You're very welcome.
Diane has put, Marella have released their Cosmopolitan Charms for August 26th for a special solo...
I need to
look at that. Thanks, Diane. Good tip there. We're going to look at that. Adam F, I meant rate, not art. I'm glad you cleared that.
Meant what?
He meant rate, not art. I'm glad you cleared that because I was like, what does it mean? I feel like I should know what it means.
It went over me.
Harold has put, Diane, whereabout is that? Diane has put Mallorca, France and Italy. Harold Betterson, thanks. Helen Knott, we are on Voyager Malaga to Barbados, 9th of November.
You're doing the repositioning. That's the one I've been talking about.
Oh, Helen, we might see you in Malaga. We're in Malaga on the 19th.
Oh, so are we?
No.
We go on the 19th. Yeah. Oh, we actually go on the 19th.
Yeah, she boards a Voyager in Malaga on the 19th.
Oh, we probably missed you then.
We might not.
We have got... We would have done a cruise... But I've been waiting 7 years to see a consultant, a neurologist. And I've been waiting 7 years. And finally, I got an appointment on the week that he's off, on the first day that he's off. And if that hadn't come through, we would have booked a cruise. But I thought, we can't go. I've been waiting 7 years. We've got to do it. And then what happens?
They cancelled
it. And we'd already then booked a city break to Malaga instead of the cruise. So I'm really, really angry.
Well, listen, I've got to quickly butt in. I do apologise because everybody on here is saying goodbye now. So,
right.
Everybody, Mazza, good night. Harold, same time next week. It's not next week. It's usually 2 weeks. Time.
Every 2 weeks. Have we missed anybody? Because I'd hate to miss any questions. We've gone through.
Helen put, Adam, cheers, guys. How about see you next time? Thanks, guys. See you in the
Harold, always good to see you. Diane, always good to see you. Everybody else, lovely to see you.
Patricia, no worries, sweetheart. Have a great holiday. Diane, bye, guys. Mandy, bye, all.
And thank you so much for coming to listen to us. We really appreciate it.
John, you're a star.
You're going to keep talking.
See you later. I got to go, everyone.
And hopefully we'll keep you posted what cruise we're going to do.
Have a good time, everyone.
I got the button there.
Right,
we're going to end it.
Yes. Bye, guys.
I can't find the button.
There. End stream. And end it. It's terrible.